It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. A run for the former Seahawk. It's Rashad Penny. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Able to slither by. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Penny, a 1st down carry. Skirts by him at the 35. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
That escapes this, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought you did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll run with Penny. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Rashad Penny unable to get there. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Reed Blankenship delivering the hit.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Tua. Short throw hauled in by Croft, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards there and a first down. So Tua making the completion there. What's different about playing a left-handed quarterback like him? And specifically, I guess, what does this defense need to try and take away?
I'll take the first part that you asked about being left-handed. We've got to find out if he can move to his right and still continue to be accurate. So I want to push him in that direction and see if he can get his body squared around and make those throws that he's used to making. The next part is he's a dart thrower. Loves those short to intermediate routes first. Sit on those and make him throw the deep ball. Not that he's not capable, but you want him to prove it to you first.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Tua to throw again. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now they'll run it again with Penny. Taken down at the 47-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Inside handoff, Penny. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Quez Watkins, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They go play action with Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This is caught. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the run.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Dan Arnold, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Miami set to take over. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. Past the 20 for a short gain, second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
From the 21, here's second down at 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Caught by Wilson. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. These two teams all tied after one. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And Hill is going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this to the 44-yard line. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Will be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A lot depend on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Tua to try again on second down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Up the middle they go with Mostert. He will push his way down to about the 14. Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Well, there's something that goes back to the early years of his career. Remember, he had 3 touchdowns in each of his first couple of seasons. None last year as they've tried to dial back his running, especially down close to the goal line.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Again, it's Penny. 64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
And fans of Penny's can certainly celebrate seeing that run, because after 2021 breakout year, 2022 was cut short by injury. But if there's one thing Philadelphia knows how to do, it's run the football. They targeted Penny as a free agent, knowing he could be a lead guy in their offense.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. After the turnover, it's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second and a couple.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Tua going to throw. On the out route, he's got Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Here's Tua. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On first down, Tagovailoa over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, Tua. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
Mostert there with a quality gain, and paired with head coach Mike McDaniel of Miami, had his best season as a pro last year, nearly 900 yards in 16 games. Injuries derailed a couple of seasons for him prior, but he has shown that when healthy, he can chase the 1,000-yard mark.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Now, he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Open man is Waddle, complete. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
In motion left is Wilson. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now a throw here to his running back. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And look at this. He's going to keep it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Eagles defense able to hold. How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Penny on the toss right. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
On play action, here's Tua. He completes it to Wilson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He is going to find Hill here. He's got room at the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle. A 24-yard touchdown. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
We gotta be big time now. Let's be smart. Let's play ball. They can't stop us.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Penny up the middle. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 19.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
On 1st down, Hurts. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
106 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Let's go, baby. We're gonna be big time now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And out come the Dolphins now.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered.
There he goes left side.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run here with Mostert.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker.
And look at this, another fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And now it's second down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 38. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Tua on the bootleg here.
That'll be caught by Hill.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
You know what we need, baby.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to get this out to the 25. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing is Hurts.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
Hurts leaves it for Penny. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.